Hello, food delivery drivers, the rideshare drivers, the gig economy, the driving gig economy. I decided to record this video and upload it because I want to make sure that I don't regret anything that I say. I'm going to share a story with you, and the reason why I'm sharing it for a lot of reasons, but the main reason why I'm sharing this story is because it fits into the companies that we work for doing the best they can to have the little man, us, work for little or nothing. Make them a lot of money, but pay the little man in the field as little as possible. I went to a stock market meetup Tuesday night, and I have said that on my YouTube channels that I am going to take action to. I've been working very hard behind the scenes, and now it's time to branch out, meet people, learn more about things I've always wanted to learn about, and help me build my business. And while I went there, I was one of the youngest. I say 80% of them were over 70, but you do learn a lot. I sat kind of in the back, 4 seats in. 10 to 15 minutes into the presentation, they were selling something, and I'll tell you that in a moment. I did learn a lot. I don't regret going. A man came in, closer to my age compared to the other people, and he sat down at the end, and at the end of the aisle. So he was a couple of seats away from me, and I struck up conversation a little bit because he was engaged into the show. Maybe it was to make sure he got my attention, I guess. And while I was listening, I asked him a couple of questions quietly throughout the presentation. Is this your first one? Do you have experience in stock market? He said he had a little bit, and no, this was his first one, and he wanted to learn more about it. Okay. So before we leave, long story short, the presentation comes to an end. We talk for 5 minutes in the seats. I'm like, wow, somebody actually close to my age. I want to hear what this guy, why is this guy really here? I make it clear that I'm very new at this, and I just came to learn something, which was true, because I really know nothing about the stock market, and I'm learning. I know a lot more than I did 6 weeks ago. So as we're talking, I asked him what he did for a living, because he said he's planning for his future, for his retirement. And after he told me what he did, some kind of accounting, German financial analyst, or Greek financial analyst, I asked him, what is that? He gave me an answer. I don't know what that is. That's like saying I'm a Google AdSense analyst. I analyze the charts and the statistics. Anyway, I really don't know what that is. So he also tells me that sorry guys, I think there's a bug. He also tells me that he has a business, and it's a driving business. I'm not going to give it a shout out yet. So I listened to him, and I'm like, oh, he goes, well, I want to retire. When I retire, he wants to do something that, he wants to start this business. So when he retires, I said, so you're passionate about something? That was my answer, my first reaction. And I was like, wow, that's very interesting. And it was for a moment. Then, as he continued to talk, I was like, this guy's saying everything that I say on my YouTube channels. So I listened, because I am interested. And when he told me about his business, I was like, that's my cue. Let me pitch him my idea, because I'm a marketer. I have websites that I could promote companies on. I have a great following on YouTube. I know a lot of people out in the field now. People actually flagging me down, going, "Hey, Michelle, what's going on? Michelle, are you Michelle from YouTube?" I mean, I don't make stuff like that up because I don't have to. I'm building a brand for myself. I'm just not sure where I'm headed, but I'm getting there. And I like the people that I meet. They're the little people out in the field making a few bucks, whether it be full-time or part-time, to get by in life. And I find the topic very interesting, and so do they. So I have a lot to offer. I know drivers. I know a lot of businesses. A lot of people from businesses know who I am. And I do a lot of advertising. I do a lot of shout outs on my channel. I can be very valuable to someone like him and his business. Very valuable. But instead, he knocked me down, and he said I only, and he did it kindly, sweetly, gracefully, I guess. And he said I only promote word of mouth. So he wasn't interested in paying someone like me for my expertise, my knowledge, all the people that I know. I mean, I'm in the field. I could really help his business thrive. He needs drivers. He made that very clear. Now we're starting to walk out. It was at the Plainview Public Library, the presentation, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And as we were walking, he did ask me how much I make. And I was like, well, I'm doing it because I'm building a business. And all you guys that follow me know that I've been studying WordPress. I am building a business, and I'm really into about teaching people how to build residual income online. And there's nothing wrong with earning bucks in the field, no matter what job you have. It's good to have a job and something on the side, planning for your future to make your retirement a little easier. And he did, I kept asking him about his business, and I'm like, this guy wasn't here for this stock up meeting. No way. This guy saw opportunity. And the way he walked in 10 to 15 minutes into the presentation, the way he sat near me, I have a lot to offer in this industry, especially drivers, especially to a company who needs drivers to succeed. Now, I continue to say it's interesting, and I ask him questions because I'm like, don't jump to conclusions too fast, Michelle. So we're chit-chatting. It was real nice to meet him. He did told me that it bothered him how the companies take advantage of the drivers. He was trying to feel me out, like maybe she'll take the bait. Maybe she'll want to drive for me. I'll get a lot of advertising. This girl knows how to get people in the field. I mean, she knows a lot of drivers that eager. They all want to work. They all want to make money. He did tell me he did work in the business for 6 years, if that's even true, and that's why he got into it. It wasn't his idea. He's copycatting someone else's very successful idea out here on the island. I did my research. I did tell him I've heard about that service, and he put down the other company. He goes, well, I heard. He didn't go overkill. He just said, well, I heard not too nice things about them. This isn't his idea. He just thought it would be a good business idea. But you need a lot of drivers. You need a lot of hustlers. You need a lot of people who want to drive for a living. So as we're walking out, he did tell me that a nurse that used to work for him, he was telling me more about his business, and I was paying attention, filling me in on how he got to where he is. And he told me this nurse that moved out of state contacted him. He has to contact her. She wants to drive for him again. He was like, yeah, people are reaching out. They want to work for me again. This guy was looking for drivers. This guy's looking for a lot of free advertising to build up his business. I say that, okay, let me finish. So then when it came down to it, when we said goodbye, I made sure I shook his hand 2 more times. Made eye contact really tight that last time. So this guy's playing me, because in the last sentence that he said to me, besides nice meeting you, have a good night, whatever, he said, you can contact my partner, Robert. His name was Neil. So I continued. I said, okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Real pleasure to meet you. Thank you. Said, that guy, while I was walking to my car, that man thinks that his job is done. I don't work for free. I feel it was all planned. It just, if a coincidence could be the biggest it can be, that's too much of a coincidence. Out of a stock market meeting that I went to, the way he walked up and sat next to me, the way we I struck up conversation, but he was engaged and he put on a good show. That's how I feel. He wants something for nothing. He wants me to make him very successful and give him a lot for free. That's how I take it. Now I get home. I drive home. I get settled. I do visit the website. I did a little research. So this wasn't this guy's idea. He put down that other company. It's those boys' ideas. This idea, because I said to him, oh, I've heard of that. And I did. I was really very interested. I wanted to see how much information I could get from this guy. And I have heard of it. I was like, it's a great idea. That's been around for a while. Not his idea. It's really hard to build a business all by yourself and word of mouth. But it is possible. I'm doing it. So I get home, I review the website, and I do a little research, and then I click on Facebook. On the bottom of the website. Brings me to the Facebook page. I browse, 2 minutes browsing, and I click on his name, which brings me to his Facebook personal page, Facebook personal account. And then I look, and where it says like where you're from, where you grew up, what town you're in, what business you are, relationships. Doesn't say anything about relationship, but everything else is filled out. So I noticed that there's children and a woman, so I click on it. There's his wife. On her Facebook, it says exactly who she's married to. This woman manages a real estate company. I found all this out in less than 5 minutes because I'm really good at what I do and I follow the industry, and I've heard about that company niche that he's copycatting. I don't know why. I really feel that that was all planned. Too much of a coincidence. I'm not going to give this man shout outs. He would have gotten a lot from me, but he wants me to do it for free. I'm working very hard to help a growing company. You could get a ton of advertising from me. I make banners. I'll put you on my websites. I'll put you on my 13 social media platforms. Word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth from someone else. My YouTube channel, my following, all the drivers that I know, all the businesses that I know would only help a business like his thrive and succeed. There was a little, of course, I can't remember everything. I really just wanted to do this in one clip, not take a bunch of notes. I really feel there's a lot of nasty people out there that feel that they either should pay you very little so they can have a lot, or pay you nothing and get a lot from you. A lot of people out there want to use you. I don't understand. I can't tell you if he had a ring on or not because I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't there for that reason. But what's the secret on Facebook? And if the tables were turned, I would say the same thing to a female. I'd be like, well, what's the secret? I don't understand that. I feel this man saw opportunity. I feel he follows this guy, Neil. I won't be contacting his partner, Robert. I'll never market them. I'll never promote them. I'll never help them grow and thrive and strive. That's such a word. Thrive. I'll never use their service in the future. I will use their competitor's service. People are very nasty out there, folks. You have to be really careful. Here's a man saying, well, I don't like the way they don't pay you guys. And then he was like, how much do you make? Like, as we were walking out, and I was a little taken back. I was like, this guy playing me? Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. He saw value in everything I offer. Unbelievable. The lengths people will go to gain and get something for nothing. I don't think he was really interested in this stock market meeting. So I could keep talking about that, but I'm going to end that. I wanted to share that story. Be careful. Be careful. This is a man that's claiming he doesn't like the way companies use drivers. Well, that's what he's doing. He thought he outsmarted me. I shook his hand that last time. So this guy's looking me right in my eye and shaking my hand. And he thought he had me right there. I was already walking to my car going, this was planned. There's no way this was all a coincidence. No. Now the stock market meeting. Get this, guys. They were selling this proven system, which I'm putting together, which I already have together. I'm getting it on my other channel. I will never ask anyone to pay out of pocket because I'm in it for the passion. I'm in it to help others, and I'm in it to just get 1,000 subscribers on my other channel and earn some YouTube income from all my efforts. I want to help people, not use them and give them less. $500 an hour for training on the phone, guidance. $500 an hour. You know what I say? Take $1,000, put it in Robinhood, play around the stocks, do some studying online, watch a lot of YouTube videos, go to some stock market meetups, and teach yourself. Teach yourself a little each day. So you can see the Robinhood link underneath this video when it's done uploading. I'll have that information there. I'll have my websites. Oh, and by the way, companies reached out to me just today again. I have 2 credit card companies on my storebuy.shop website. They said, would you like to become an affiliate to us? And this is what we'll give you if you generate leads. I said, oh, thank you very much. So that's a winning company. They actually want to give me something from my efforts of helping them become more successful. I wanted to share that story. A lot of users out there, guys. I know a lot of drivers, I know a lot of businesses. It all fits so perfectly into his little business. Thanks for listening. I'll be around. And I took 3 days off. And I just did a couple of deliveries. Now I'm going to do a few more. I was working online. Not that I did nothing. I did a lot. Just I had to. You got to make decisions. I'll be working this weekend, and I'll be going live. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them later on and talk more about the story. Things will probably come back to me more. But the whole point of telling you the story is just another person building a driving company, just want to use the little people to gain financially. But I know I'm not looking to pay anyone to make me successful. Work for me for free. Become a driver and give me a lot of advertising and recruit more drivers so I could become more successful. It was a real pleasure meeting you, Neil. But go to meetups, guys. You'll learn a lot. You learn a lot. I'll see you guys. Thanks for listening. See you soon. If you gotta work, I hope you make a lot of money. Bye, guys.